Hi there. So today I'm doing a slightly different video than usual. So usually I'd obviously be talking about like theme parks, roller coasters, stuff like that. Thought I'd do something different. Obviously I'm from Britain, and if you don't know, in Britain we have this thing called the Merlin Pass, or Merlin card. Basically what it does is it kind of gets you into a bunch of theme parks like Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, Chessington. They're the main ones. I think they're the only ones. The other things it does is there are a couple of like other areas, attractions that the Merlin Pass can get you into, and so I thought I'd share my view on the different things it can get you into. Some of them there are multiple locations all over England, others there's only one of them. So we'll start with the one of the ones that there's only one of. I think it's probably one of the closer ones to me that I can do, and that's Warwick Castle over in Warwick. I love the place. I like going there. I mean, you can see that I like dinosaurs, but it's not just dinosaurs. I like history. I think it's an interesting subject, and Warwick Castle I think is brilliant for that kind of like medieval history. Like they've got like a falconry show, archery show, an actual trebuchet that fires. You can walk around the castle, like look at like the armor, different things. There's like an interactive thing where you go in there and you see like the history of Warwick Castle and the town of Warwick. I think it's a really cool, really good idea for history stuff. I think it's a cool site to look around at Warwick Castle. It's good. And, adding on to the history thing, this is one that there's many of all over the world, including at Warwick Castle, the dungeons. See, Alton Towers used to have a dungeons, Warwick Castle has dungeons, there's the London dungeons, York dungeons. It's basically like a walk-through attraction with a bunch of actors that play different roles. I think the main ones you'll usually get is like, you get a doctor, you get a torturer, you get a judge, and there'll be other ones depending on which one you're in. Like, the jester is the starting character. He'll meet you and then take you down to the dungeons, but there'll be different ones. Like, for example, in the London one, there are some extra scenes, like you get to see Jack the Ripper and Sweeney Todd, the barber of Fleet Street, whereas in the York one you don't have Sweeney Todd or Jack the Ripper, but instead you have like a meeting with Dick Turpin, the highwayman. And I think it's a really good idea of history, like teaching you things. And some of the characters are really quotable, really memorable. I absolutely love it. They're a laugh all the time when you go in there. They're funny but scary. It's a perfect blend. I love them. Every time I get to go into one of the dungeons, I'm always smiling. It's such an amazing thing. And yeah, it's another good history one. So moving on from the history ones, I think another thing that I really enjoy, and I can show you this, is scuba diving. Like, this is like a kind of membership to my local scuba diving centre. I have like a scuba diving membership. So I like aqua stuff, I like marine stuff, which is why another of the Merlin Pass add-ons that you can have that I like doing is the sea life centres. You go in, you look at the fish. There's one in Skegness, there's one in London, there's one in Blackpool. They're all over the place, and it's literally just like an aquarium you can walk through, look around, just do all the fun stuff, look at the fish. I think in some of them you can like scuba dive to pay extra. There are like keepers there that you can talk to about the fish. I like the idea. I like aquariums. I like the sea life centres. I think they're quite cool. Now, this is one that I think we don't just have these in Britain. I think they are all over the world. Like, I think there is one in New York, and this is Madame Tussauds, the Waxwork Museum, where you can see all like the waxworks of the famous people. I know there's one in London. There's one in Blackpool. You go in there. You got the waxworks of the famous people. You probably, if you've been to I think most countries, you've been to like America, here, don't know where else, probably like France, there'll be a waxworks museum, which I like those kinds of things. I just going in there, it's an okay one. It's not my favourite pastime. Like, I'd prefer to be like in the dungeons or sea life, but it's an okay one. Yeah, but now and again. Another, like I talked about Warwick Castle, another one that you can do with the Merlin Pass, and this is most likely the most famous like thing you can do with the Merlin Pass besides the theme parks. This is one that non-theme park lovers will have heard of. The London Eye down in London, the massive Ferris wheel that goes by the Thames. You can get on that, you can go round. I don't know how long it is. I think it's like 30 minutes or something. It's good to just be able to see London from a different like height. It's quite cool to be able to do that. Like, jump on it, you go round, you look at Thames, look out London. It's an interesting thing. It's quite fun. So there was, I think, one other thing on the Merlin Pass that I enjoyed that's no longer on the Merlin Pass, and that is the Blackpool Tower down in Blackpool. You used to be able to go in there, you could see like history, see a short 4D film, and you go up to the top and you can look out over like the beach and the sea. You can see Blackpool Pleasure Beach from there, I think. I haven't been up there in a while. But I liked it. It was quite good, but I think it was last year, I don't know the months, but last year it got removed off the Merlin Pass, so you can't do that anymore with the Merlin Pass. You have to pay to go up there and do that. I think like the famous Strictly Ballroom that they do the Blackpool special in, I think that's also in there. They got a ballroom there. There was like a circus show there as well, which I thought was quite fun. But yeah, that's all the ones you got. You got Warwick Castle, the Dungeons, Sea Life, Madame Tussauds, the London Eye, and the Blackpool Tower used to be on there. I think the Merlin card is a good investment, especially if you can get it in the Black Friday sale. I think you can do loads of stuff around the UK, and I think in the Blackpool sale, me and my family got it for about, I think it was like 60 something pounds each, which for all the stuff you can do is absolutely amazing. That we just got the basic one. It gives you a good amount of days. I like it. I like the basic one. Doesn't give you too many perks, but gives you enough that I think, yeah, it's a good investment. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, just don't watch another of my videos or go and watch something else, and hope you enjoyed that one more. But yeah, just thought I'd do a video where I wasn't talking about theme parks. I was talking about something else. Still somehow managed to shout out like a couple of theme parks. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you next time.